affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans, all for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera, improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
One final time here in the Lone Star State. It's Game 3 between the Allen Americans and the Norfolk Admirals here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. We welcome you live inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center here in Fairview, Texas, just north of Allen, Texas, and north of Dallas, Texas. The Admirals took Game 1 of this 3-game series on Wednesday by a score of 2-1. Fairview, Texas native Chase Yoder got the game-winning goal on a deflection from Brandon Osmondson towards the end of period 1. But it was a much different story last night. The Allen Americans taking Game 2 yesterday by a score of 5-2. Colton Hargrove with a hat trick performance. Jackson Parsons stopping 27 of 29 possible shots against. The Admirals falling to the Americans in Game 2. The Admirals record coming into tonight, 16-23, 2-0, 34 points on the season. Still sitting in that second to last spot in the North Division. Everybody there is chasing the Wheeling Nailers, who sit at 58 points. The Adirondack Thunder starting to catch them. Meanwhile, the Allen Americans improving to 23-16, 4-0, 50 points. Allen currently sitting in the number 6 spot in the Western Division. Through 43 games played, they have a .518 win percentage. Very close goal differential for this point of the season. 155 goals for, 141 goals against. The lineups will look rather different tonight. Isaac Poulter will once again get the start in net for the Admirals. This is the first time we'll see Marco Costantini, 23 games played on the season, a 13-6, 3-0 record, 2.99 goals against average, .915 save percentage for the Americans. Second line is going to start for Allen. They are playing one player short. They've had quite a few roster changes today. Jabril Torre, tall 6'7" defenseman, got called up to the Belleville Senators, so he is not in the lineup for the Americans. They're actually playing one player short, as Jake Chason is under the weather, and the Allen Americans leader in total points, Braden Watts, dealing with a family emergency, so we wish him all the best. But that is a huge offensive weapon gone for head coach and general manager Steve Martinson for tonight's game. For the Admirals, they are also going to go with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. Admirals captain and defenseman Carson Musser sustaining an injury in pregame warm-ups. So he is not in the lineup. He is replaced by number 8, Dylan Savenkov. Braden Nicoletz remains out, as well as Brody Crane. So it'll be the same first 3 lines for the Admirals. Hebert centering Papp and Florent. Reifenberger centering DeRoe and Young on the second line. Yoder centering Osmondson and O'Leary on the third line. Nathan Knoll and Jack Yonick on that fourth line with no left winger, so we'll see who filters in and out with them. Your deep pairings are as follows. Ben Zalotti paired up with Josh McDougall. Braden Nengum paired up with Will Magnuson. Connor Fedork paired up with David Drake. And Dylan Savenkov drawing in for Carson Musser, again injured in pre-game warm-ups. Not too clear as to what the ailment is. All we know up here in the broadcast booth is that he is unable to go tonight. We thank you for joining us here on the Cox Mobile pregame show. Here high above the ice at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center. So again, Musser, Crane, and Nicolet's out of the lineup. Christian Propp and Jackson Castor did not make the trip with the Admirals. Again, it's Isaac Poulter getting the start in net for the Admirals tonight. Norfolk still looking for their first power play goal in this weekend series. They're 0 for 8 on the special teams. They have yielded 1 power play goal. That came last night. It was a Guns N' Hoses game before this ECHL matchup, so the Allen Americans taking to the ice in their specialty Guns N' Hoses uniforms, split right down the middle, police blue on the left torso, fire red on the right. The Admirals taking to the ice in their road white uniforms, and that'll do it for our Cox Mobile pregame show. We'll get you down to ice level for starting lineups for the Allen Americans. Puck drop coming up next here from the Credit Union of Texas Event Center here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Well, as mentioned, it was Guns N' Hoses festivities before puck drop here tonight. And if you're joining us on Flow Hockey on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network, you see the first responders repelling from the catwalk just as they did to deliver the game puck for the pregame Guns N' Hoses game. They're delivering that game puck from the rafters now here high above the Credit Union of Texas Event Center ice.
Fans, make some noise for our first responders. And now, to the red carpet for tonight's ceremonial puck drop.
While the ceremonial puck drop is happening there at center ice, quick note about that Guns N' Hoses game. Number one, it was a 7-1 victory for the police over the fire department. Number two, I can find it in my notes here to conclude the Cox Mobile pregame show. There it is. Assistant coach for the Allen Americans, Jason Deitch, former firefighter, not here in the Allen area, but a firefighter nonetheless, was called into action. The firefighter squad was a little bit short, so they asked him to hop on, and he obliged. Looked pretty good out there as well. So now the red carpet being rolled up at center ice. And again, the Allen Americans in their specialty Guns N' Hoses uniform. Split right down the middle, blue and red, and the Admirals in their road white uniforms. Norfolk will be moving left to right across the ice surface for period number one. Isaac Poulter in the net to our left. Marco Costantini in the net to our right as the Allen Americans will move right to left across the ice surface for period one. Game number 3 of this week's series, the final one here at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center, is underway as Connor Fedoruk will retreat back to his defensive end to send it up the near wall, deflected by O'Leary to the neutral zone, sent right back where it came from by Gilden, down the near side, pokes it out in front, and a backhander misses the net behind Poulter, poked away by Yoder for Fedoruk, and up the right wing comes Jack O'Leary. He'll cut through the middle, finds Yoder, it's off of his skate, and transition back in the neutral zone. Osmundson's going to be guilty of tripping. He stuck his leg out on Gilden trying to get to that puck. Completely unintentional, but it will be an immediate Centera Therapy Center penalty kill for the Admirals. See if we can get a replay here in the building to see where the contact was. Gilden does pop back up on his feet. Only 31 seconds into period one, still no score, but it's an early power play as Osmundson heads to the beat box, penalty box for tripping. No replay in the building, so a face-off on the Admirals defensive zone, near side circle, controlled by Allen. At the blue line, Crone has his pass deflected out to the neutral zone. Nathan Knoll is hard on the penalty kill forecheck, sending Sedley back behind his own goal line. Still less than 1 minute played here in period one. Allen is already on the power play. Caddick lost it at the blue line, and it's cleared the rest of the way by Knoll. He and Florent will head to the bench for a line change. Cauley comes over the Admirals blue line, rimmed all the way in front on a deflection. O'Leary has it roll away from him. He lost his stick courtesy of Colton Hargrove, so Allen does get the puck in the neutral zone. The transition is off a skate of McDougall, and Justin Young sends it into Allen territory as Sam Sedley's corner, reversing for McCauley and back to the far side for Sedley. Sedley harassed from behind by Young, but he does get the pass up to Crone. It is onside for Hargrove, and his shot goes off the blocker hand of Poulter. Rebound to the far side on a quick pass to the back door. Cleared out by the Admirals to the blue line, but not out of the defensive zone. Onania to the blue line. Now, Hank Crone, former Admiral at the near corner, rims it around. McCauley is there from the trapezoid all the way to the blue line for Onania. 2 minutes played here in period one. Crone near side circle, doesn't take the shot. Far side one-timer is fanned on as an Admiral got a stick on the pass to the back door. 25 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Allen working back out of their own defensive end. And the Admirals cleared it down the ice. Onania drops it for Gilden, shadowed by Nathan Knoll. It's off of his skates. Into the Admirals defensive zone, sent back to neutral for Brady Florent. Crisscrossing with Nathan Knoll down the near side. Knoll dumped down in the near corner by Prefontaine, and there goes Asachuk to move it to the right side for Blaisdell. Blaisdell watched over by Benzalotti. Admirals back at 5-on-5, full and even strength. It's going to be poked all the way down. Does it have legs for an icing call? Yes, it does. 17:15 remaining in period one. Still no score. The Admirals killing off their first Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the night. Whether you're celebrating a win or bouncing back from a tough game, remember you can always win at Beam Light Sauna. Experience the benefits of infrared saunas and light therapy. Detoxify, recover, and recharge. Visit BeamLightSauna.com to book your session today. Face-off back in the Admirals' defensive zone on the near side circle. 17:15 left in a scoreless first period. Allen wins it towards the blue line. Decker along the blue line to the far side for Warmouth. Rimmed all the way back below the goal line. Nathan Knoll ties his man up. Zalotti lost the handle at the goal line, so it's along the blue line again for Warmouth. His shot deflected just wide, hard off the end wall, out towards the front of the net. Cleared to the side by Zalotti, but still under Allen possession for Michael Gilden. Gilden to the blue line. Decker walks to the high slot. He'll send a slapper. Deflected by Knoll off the crossbar and over the glass and out of play. 16:47 left in period one. Still no score. All three shots on goal to this point credited to the Allen Americans. Norfolk still yet to register a shot on Marco Costantini. Face off again on the near side circle in Admiral defensive territory. Allen to the blue line. Warmouth, a rolling puck, finds its way past Poulter and in. May have hit an Admiral in front. It was a bouncing puck, a knuckle puck of a shot. And it somehow found its way past the left shoulder of Poulter. Quinn Warmouth leads the line through the fist bump line. In his 37th game played, that stands to be his 5th goal of the season. Early 1-0 lead for the Americans with 16:43 left in period one. Benzalotti, quick sauce, intercepted. The intended target was Yoder. Admirals are onside after they tag up on the delayed offside. Onania to the far side. The intended target was McCauley. They do not connect, and it's a Sheraton Waterside icing called against Norfolk, or excuse me, against Allen with 16:26 left in period one. 1-0 lead for the Americans. Offensive zone faceoff coming up. Fairview, Texas native Chase Yoder centering O'Leary and Osmondson against his opposite number 7, Colton Hargrove, who had a hat trick last night for the Americans. Hargrove wins it to the corner. O'Leary gets to it. It's poked away from him off the skate of Hank Crone on the near side and leaves it for Anthony Costantini to skate into. Pushes it to the far side of the Admirals defensive zone. Osmondson ties up McCauley, but he gets the pass down low. There's a 2-on-none down low, and luckily for the Admirals, Hargrove missed the one-touch pass to Crone, and the Admirals deflect the puck down to Allen territory. Anania from below his own goal line pushes up the right wing for McCauley. A backhander is slapped back to Anania, onside over the blue line, dropped for Hank Crone. Towards the front, deflected to the far corner, back in Admiral territory. Continued back out to the neutral zone. 15:42 left in period one. We'll see if we can get an update on the live scoring for the credit on the Allen Americans goal. It is not in there yet. I stand corrected after the refresh button is hit, as Quinn Wormuth does get his 5th of the season. Simmons, Fisher, and Gersoy on the assists. There's a 1-0 Americans lead with 15:19 remaining in period one. They still have offensive zone possession. Braden Engum deflects Hank Crone's pass. Engum takes a cross check away from the play in the corner that goes uncalled. And Hebert blocks a shot. That stung him. He wants the puck in the neutral zone. He's not going to get it. Prefontaine backhands it to the top of the near circle. Hebert on the back check. Knocks it away from Prefontaine, but it's rimmed around to the far blue line for Sedley. Back to the half wall for Caddick. Looking fresh off the bench, but it's intercepted. And Florent will gain center ice red and dump it to the far corner. Admirals complete a wholesale 5-player line change. Straight up the near side for former Admiral Timofey Spitsarov. Drawing into the lineup for the first time in this series. 14.5 remaining in period one. 1-0 lead for the Americans. Held at the blue line and deflected off the glass to the neutral zone. Gilden can't get it deep around Fedoruk, but he skates it through Fedoruk into the near corner, and it's rimmed around to the far side. Kevin Gersoy all the way back to the blue line. Off the shoulder pad of Fedoruk to the near corner. The two number 14s battle it out. He and Kevin Gersoy. Clear to the neutral zone off the skate of Justin Young, and he'll backhand it around the glass to the near side corner. Marco Reifenberger coming in on the forecheck, working 2-on-2, getting help from Justin Young. Prefontaine trying to pull it out, backhands it to the trapezoid for Decker. He'll make the safe play off the glass and out, but it will be a Sheraton Waterside icing called against Allen with 13:45 left in period number one. That means we will not go to our first media timeout, as Allen is stuck in a no line change situation following the icing call. So the Admirals will have an offensive zone face-off coming up immediately with 13:45 left in period one, trailing 1-0 early on. Top line out, Hebert, Florent, and Pat. They lose the face-off, and it's paddled away to the near corner by Costantini. Pap and Hebert are on the forecheck, forcing the play up the far side half wall. Decker sends it off the glass, knocked out of the air by Zalati, and it comes back to him at the Admiral blue line. Geometrically off the wall, it goes onto the paddle of Costantini, so there is no icing. That breakout pass is intercepted by Pap. He tries to push it back to the blue line for Zalati, who holds the blue line nicely. From his knees, it's deflected back to the neutral zone. Florent will try to start it right back up, but it goes back to Christoph Pap, covering defensively for Zalati. He's got a skating lane through the neutral zone on the backhand of Grant Hebert. To the high slot off the skate of McDougall. Backhands to the far side for Pap. At the top of the circle, Florent was backdoor, but he was tied up by Anthony Costantini, and Engum is forced back to the neutral zone. 7 minutes gone in period one. 1-0 lead for the Americans here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. This one deflected at the red line and on goal, so there's no icing. Costantini covers it with the glove, long enough for a whistle and a stoppage with 12:47 left in period one. That should take us to our first media timeout, or excuse me, they're going to say that Marco Costantini had a chance to play the puck. So this is yet another no-change situation. We'll keep it right here for an offensive zone face-off. Yoder, O'Leary, and Osmondson out with Engum and Magnuson. Another defensive zone face-off win for the Americans. It's knocked away by Yoder. Osmondson sends it back below the goal line. Hargrove is there. Rolls towards the front of the net. Osmondson and Yoder are there. They poke away at Costantini, who has the puck covered, and he keeps it out. Hard work from Yoder, but Costantini was there to keep it scoreless for the Admirals. It's a 1-0 lead for the Americans. Now we'll head to our first media timeout here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. 12:33 remaining in period one. 1-0 lead for the Americans here in the Credit Union of Texas Event Center.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Celebrate your love of hockey with our Valentine's Day ticket deal. Now through February 14th, get special pricing on tickets to our women and girls in sports game on Valentine's Day. Sit in our single section in 215 or choose your quantity of 2, 3, 4, 5 or more tickets and sit anywhere. Visit our social medias or our website to get this deal now. Another defensive zone face-off win for the Americans, and they send it down to Admiral territory. 12:23 left in period one. Norfolk trails 1-0. Knocked down by Osmondson for Yoder. They come onside over the blue line. Yoder's shot deflected back behind the goal line by Anthony Costantini. Osmondson had his glove and stick knocked out of his hand. His stick is broken, I believe, or excuse me, that was just me looking through the end glass, looking at could have been broken. McCauley wants a stretch pass that he's not going to get. It was intercepted by McDougal, but it's off the stick of O'Leary. Crone, again another defensive stick by McDougal, but McCauley still has it for Hank Crone. To the far side, circle. Pad save made by Poulter. Rebound handled by Zalotti. He's pressured from behind. He gets it to Osmondson, who backhands it to Allen territory with 11:35 left in period number one. Norfolk still trailing 1-0. Push to the near side half wall. O'Leary does not allow a centering pass from Prefontaine. And Connor Fedoruk looks for an option as Reifenberger's taken down in the high slot. Turned over for an Allen American shot that goes off the blocker hand of Poulter. Duro wanted the breakaway pass that he couldn't get. Fedoruk will find Duro on the far half wall, and it's deflected out to center ice. Prefontaine rims it around the boards. It is still a delayed offside for the Americans. They do tag up. Braden Simmons-Fisher gets back on side. Blaisdell intercepts in the high slot. Clears it to the far side corner. Fedoruk from his knees finds Reifenberger. Again, the pass is too far away from Justin Young, and Prefontaine sends it right back into Admiral territory. It's through Poulter, and Fedoruk finds Jaden Duro at the blue line. Stretch pass off the skate of Young. Gloves it down. He's in onside over the blue line to the corner. Sends it out in front, intended for Reifenberger, who peeled to the corner. So it's transitioned by former Admiral Danny Caddick around Christoph Papp and around Braden Engum, who pinches him off into the glass and holds possession for a moment. Picked up by the Americans to the blue line with 10:20 remaining in period one. Still a 1-0 lead for Allen. Sam Sedley looks to the blue line. This quick shot by Spitzerov is off a shin pad of Papp. And Engum transitions over the blue line. Stick handling against Decker to the blue line. Hebert towards the front. Deflected by Papp just wide of the far post. There's Savenkov in the trapezoid for Papp towards the high slot. Good stick from Hebert, but he takes Caddick down to the ice, and it's going to be another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. With 9:55 left in period one, we'll step aside here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, with the Allen Americans continuing to lead the Admirals by a score of 1-0.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too. Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
Our Women and Girls in Sports Night is February 14th. Join us for the game and a pregame Women in Sports panel. Visit our social media for more details and to get your tickets today. $9:55 left in period number 1. Norfolk on another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Hebert into the Admirals beat box penalty box for tripping. 2 straight tripping minors called against the Admirals, and they trail 1-0. They do win the defensive zone face-off. Brady Florent will send it the length of the ice on goal for Costantini to have to cover it up. He does eventually play it on the far side. There is no hand pass. In the defensive zone, play continues as Nathan Knoll was bearing down on the forecheck. Crone over the Admirals' blue line. Sedley moves it to the far side for Hargrove, and he finds Hank Crone below the goal line to give it back. And now at the blue line, it's McCauley. To the near side blue line, there is Sedley. To the far side for a one-timer from Hargrove. Pad save made by Poulter. Rebound to the near circle for Crone. Deflected pass to the far side finds Hargrove. Now Sedley at the blue line, near side Crone. Crone in the circle, walks down to the goal line. Saucer pass to Sedley at the blue line. Hargrove gives it back at the straightaway blue line position. Near side, McCauley in the circle, off a shin pad of Magnuson, and now down low again for Sedley. McCauley gets it back to the blue line for Sedley. Far side, Hargrove. Back to Sedley at the blue line, halfway through the penalty kill for the Admirals. Pass to the far side corner off a deflection. Sedley at the blue line, near side McCauley in the circle. Another play where the Admirals deflect a forced pass through the middle. Allen working it around the perimeter. Sedley far side one-timer by Hargrove is fanned on. Hargrove knocked down by Nathan Knoll on the near half wall. Sedley gets up to get it towards the goal line and cleared away by Magnuson. Hargrove from the far circle down to the goal line. He gets it back in the circle. Backdoor feed intended for McCauley. It's through his stick. Crone to the far side. There's the one-timer goal on a deflection, I believe, in front. Colby McCauley was battling for position in front of the net. I believe he got a deflection on the Colton Hargrove one-timer in front, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Americans with 8:13 remaining in period 1. Allen does win the faceoff back in the neutral zone. McDougall dispossessed at the blue line. Allen is hard on every single puck so far in the opening 12 minutes, but finally McDougall skates over the blue line. O'Leary to the near side. Osmondson fires. What a blocker save made by Costantini. There go the Americans on the 3-on-2 transition. To the near side circle, Blaisdell, and Poulter makes his own save and covers up the rebound with 7:43 left in period 1. 2-0 lead for the Americans. Right now, that second tripping penalty credited to Magnuson. It was Hebert that was in the beat box penalty box. We'll get that changed here at the next media timeout. We'll wait to see what the official scoring is on the Americans' power play goal. 7:43 left in period 1, 2-0 lead for Allen. Defensive zone faceoff coming up in the near side circle in Norfolk territory. Engum to Magnuson. Straight up the wall for Osmondson down the left wing. Osmondson from the far circle, can't take the shot. Holds it from the trapezoid, throws it out in front. Yoder sends it back behind the net. It's intercepted and skated by Ananian down the near side. Neutral zone boards, tied up by Engum. Takes him down to the ice, and Magnuson steals it away in the trapezoid. Left for Engum. Near side Magnuson, into the middle for Yoder. Time and space in the neutral zone to gain center ice red and dump it off the glass in the near side corner. From the trapezoid, it's sent right back up the near side wall to the high slot, poked at by Fedoruk, but it's to the neutral zone. Simmons-Fisher shadowing David Drake, who has possession in the Admirals' defensive zone, now for Fedoruk. Geometrically off the wall, looking for Jaden DeRoe, and he finds him down the near side wall. Glove down behind by Hebert to the blue line. Drake towards the front, deflected. Pad save made by Costantini. Yannick getting to it, so it's DeRoe, Yannick, and Hebert out right now for the Admirals. 6.5 remaining in period one. Hebert from the circle to the blue line, Fedoruk. Fedoruk walks the line, looking for a deflection, rebound, and another save made by Costantini. Yannick was there point blank. He'll get the puck at the blue line, but it bounces over his stick, and he has to retreat down to Admiral territory. Turns it over in the high slot, and the Admirals are going to take another penalty on an unnecessary turnover in the defensive zone with 6:10 remaining in period one. It's another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. The Admirals are just completely discombobulated at the moment. 10 seconds away from our media timeout as well. Connor Fedoruk heads into the Admirals' beatbox penalty box, and it's the third straight power play opportunity for the Americans, who lead 2-0. Just over 6 minutes remaining in period one. Face off again on the near side circle in Admiral territory. The Admirals need some sort of spark with 14 minutes gone in the period. Hooking is the official call that sends Fedoruk into the Admirals' beatbox penalty box. Third straight penalty called against the Admirals. All three of them very warranted, I might add. Sedley straight away at the blue line, near side circle. McCauley fires, blocker saved by Poulter, rebound back at the goal line. Handled by Danny Caddick. Now Crone moves it up the far wall. A bouncing puck is handled on the far side by Hargrove. Caddick towards the front of the net. It's paddled away by Poulter. Sedley far side, Hargrove. Near side circle, Hank Crone. 5:23 left in the period. Sedley fires a shot that's blocked in front. Nathan Noe with a backhander through the middle. And clears it down the ice. 5:15 left in period one. 1 minute remaining in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Sedley drops it for Crone in the Allen defensive zone, working through the neutral zone now. Pushed to the near side by Christoph Papp. Run out of room as he gains Admiral territory with help from Savenkov. Sedley retreats all the way back behind his own goal line. Gilden from the near corner. Shadowed by Papp into a turnover, but it's onto the stick of Blaisdell, who was supporting. Blaisdell dumps it into Admiral territory. Savenkov gets to it. Gets to that puck, clears it to the blue line. Glove down by Gilden, not out. Near side circle, Gilden moves it across the blue line. Gets it back straight away. Gilden to the far side circle. Blaisdell walks back to the blue line. Now near side circle again. 5 seconds left in the kill. To the blue line, Prefontaine. Far side one-timer not taken. Fedoruk out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 full and even strength. This centering pass deflected up to the blue line for Prefontaine. Prefontaine moves it to the trapezoid. David Drake and Marco Reifenberger get to that puck. Three defensemen out there now for the Admirals as Fedoruk's out of the box. This is going to be a hand pass call as Christoph Papp sent it into the neutral zone. The hand pass is legal when it's initiated and completed in the defensive zone. That hand pass was completed in the neutral zone, so it is a hand pass, and that will take us to our third and final media timeout of period number one. 3:43 remaining in the first period. Allen Americans leading the Norfolk Admirals by a score of 2-0 here at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
For all Wednesday and Sunday home games, get your first draft beer of the night for just $5 when you buy tickets for this offer. Visit our website or social medias to get your first draft deal now for our February, Wednesday, and Sunday home games. Quinn Wormuth at the 3:17 mark of period one. And Colby McCauley on the power play at the 11:47 mark of period one has given the Americans a 2-0 lead. Admirals win a defensive zone faceoff with 3:40 remaining in period one. They can't get the puck out. Second effort is successful. Picked up by Ben Zalotti, who scored in his Admirals return yesterday. O'Leary tries to give it back to him, and it goes to the near side top circle for Yoder. Deflected back to Yoder on the near side with help from Osmondson on the forecheck. Rimmed through the trapezoid to the far side. Anthony Costantini with a stutter step around O'Leary, and Anania moves it through the neutral zone. He gains center ice red, dumps it cross corner to the far side, finds its way to the trapezoid for Engum to poke it to Zalotti. Stretch pass finds O'Leary at the red line, dumps it back for Yoder, comes in onside over the blue line. Yoder towards the front of the net. Osmondson with a deflection, but it's off the pad of Costantini again. Engum fires a shot. That's deflected high into the netting and out of play with 2:59 remaining in period number one. Shots tied up at 9 apiece. Still a 2-0 lead for Allen. Faceoff will stay in the Americans' defensive zone. Far side circle faceoff, blocker hand side of Costantini. Both goaltenders wearing the catching glove on the left hand for this evening's matchup. The third and final matchup between these two teams. Quick shot off the faceoff win by Florent. It's off the left pad again of Costantini. 3-on-2 transition for the Americans with the music still blaring as Crone moves it to the far side. Music is cut off, and so is the 3-on-2. Pap towards the neutral zone, harassed from behind, but he finds Savenkov joining the play. Savenkov dumps it into the corner for Hebert. Hebert looks for any option to the high slot, turns, fires, blocked in front, never made it on goal. And Crone has it knocked away by Savenkov in the neutral zone. Harassed into the near side Admiral corner, thrown to the high slot. Sedley pushes to the far side for Simmons Fisher. Back to Sedley at the far top circle. Pad save made by Poulter, maybe off the blocker hand. Prefontaine shot, that one goes off the right pad for sure of Poulter. Comes back to Prefontaine at the blue line. Allen piling up on the shot category here on this possession. Towards the front, and there it is. 3-0 Americans. Colton Hargrove, his fourth goal in 2 games. A stuff attempt from the far side post. Beats Isaac Poulter, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Americans with 2:03 left in period one. Left in the first period. The Admirals either need to get to the intermission or they need a spark to conclude this period. It has been all Allen Americans to this point. To the blue line for McDougal. He'll move it along the way for Zalotti. Stutter step to the high slot. Works towards the far circle. Zalotti comes right in. He's hooked from behind with no penalty call. Can't get the shot on goal either. Zalotti bodied in the trapezoid, but he holds possession. Moves it to the blue line for Dureau, who's covering for him. Dureau, a spinorama, dangerous at the blue line, drops it for McDougal. Working around Maxwell. McDougal towards the slot, poked back below the goal line. McDougal, the defenseman in the play, in the near side corner. 1:24 left in the period. McDougal moves it to the top for Zalotti. Zalotti walks along the blue line to the middle, looks for any option. Saucers to Reifenberger and Justin Young at the far goal line. Back to the blue line, Zalotti. Looking for a shooting lane, and it's into the left-handed catching glove of Costantini with 1:06 remaining in period one. Best bit of offensive possession for the Admirals in this period came right there. They were just unable to get the shots on goal that they needed. Knoll out with Florent and Hebert, Magnuson and Engum at the blue line with 66 seconds remaining in period one. 3-0 lead for Allen. Knoll with the face-off win through Hebert, and Danny Caddick will skate it out with Blaisdell 2-on-2. Blaisdell over the blue line, finds Caddick, pokes it to the half wall. Bodied by Engum into a turnover in the high slot. Partial 3-on-2 transition for Hebert down the far side. It's deflected on goal and covered by Costantini. Face-off should be on the far side circle with now 48.1 seconds left in the first period. Same five stay out. Knoll, Hebert, and Florent with Magnuson and Engum for the offensive zone face-off in the far circle. Emphatic face-off win for the Americans to the trapezoid behind Costantini. Up the far wall and to the near side for Anania over the red line. Allen is offside by a good bit. They get back onside, say the linesmen. And they set up in the offensive zone with 30 seconds remaining in the period. Engum takes his man down to the ice and finds Florent and Hebert on the breakout pass. There's a American player down in the Admirals' defensive zone. They're going to have to blow the whistle. They're going to come in offside as Caddick dumps it in. Now they will. I believe that is Anania, number 86, down in the Admirals' defensive zone. Athletic trainer Jordan Dutton coming out to tend to his Allen American player. With 12.4 seconds left in period one, he's going to get some assistance off the ice. Not putting a lot of weight on that left leg. Didn't see what brought him down. He was tied up with Engum. Putting very little weight on that left leg, and it looks like he's going to go straight to the locker room. Locker room entrances for both teams are back behind the Allen American net. So he's got to go 200 feet with assistance from his teammates. That is a 26, not an 86. So Spencer Asachuk getting assisted into the Americans' dressing room area. All of this with only 12.4 seconds left in the first period. The faceoff will be just outside of the Admirals' defensive zone. Allen wins the neutral zone face-off from the red line. Costantini rims it around the boards, and this one sent over the netting. Out of play. A rolling puck on a shot with 2.3 seconds left. Goes into the stands over the netting. Been a while since I've seen a puck go that high. One last face-off in the Admirals' defensive zone with 2.3 seconds left on the clock in period one. Pump fake from the linesman sends everybody into a false start. We'll do it again. Admirals win the face-off. Yoder sends it to the corner. That'll be it for period one. And the Admirals are going to need to come out with a little bit more in the tank than they had here in the first period. They're going into the first intermission down 3-0. shot category is a little bit closer than it was on Wednesday and yesterday. It's a 12-11 shot lead for the Americans after 20 minutes of play. When we come back, it'll be the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric First Intermission Show here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
We welcome you back inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center here in Allen, Texas. Technically Fairview, Texas, just north of Allen, Texas, but all the same here in the Lone Star State. Here for the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric First Intermission Show. It was all Allen Americans, all period. Norfolk kept the shot category close. 12-11 in favor of the Americans. Norfolk was not given a power play in that period. In my eyes, they maybe, in quotes, maybe, would have been given one if the officials had a good sight line on it, but even then, it's just a maybe. All three of the Admirals' penalties were clear-cut, well-deserved. Just penalties that can't be taken early on in a game. The Admirals were shorthanded in the first minute of the game. Allen taking advantage of their second power play opportunity. They are 1 for 3 in this game. Quinn Warmouth with his 5th of the season from Simmons, Fisher, and Gersoy at the 3:17 mark of period 1. Even strength. The power play goal was McCauley for his 16th of the season from Hargrove and Crone at the 11:47 mark of period 1. And then most recently in the final 3 minutes of the period, 17:57 mark of period 1, Hargrove with his 4th goal in 2 games. He scored the hat trick last night. It's his 15th of the season, assisted by again Simmons, Fisher, and Prefontaine. 3-0 lead for the Americans here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. When we come back to the Credit Union of Texas Event Center, it'll be more of the Buds, Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. First intermission show will take you around the ECHL for some out-of-town scores. Give you an update on the Manitoba Moose in action just an hour or so down the road against the Texas Stars.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Buds Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The Catastrophic Injury Team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
We welcome you back inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for more of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show. The Allen Americans leading the Norfolk Admirals by a score of 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a look at some out-of-town scores around the ECHL in the North Division first. Realistically, worst-case scenario for the Admirals, teams above them in the North Division going to overtime. The Trois-Rivières Lions defeating the Worcester Railers by a score of 3-2 at Colisée Videotron in overtime. So Worcester picks up a point and Trois-Rivières gets a pair. The Trois-Rivières Lions, the team directly ahead of the Admirals in the standings. They came into tonight with 38 points. That now gives them 40. And Worcester now gets their 47th point. The Maine Mariners hosted the South Division's Orlando Solar Bears. Orlando on the road took that game by a score of 4-3 at Cross Insurance Arena. Reading currently has a 3-2 lead over Greensboro, the next opponent for the Admirals at the start of their third period. Wheeling beating up on the Cincinnati Cyclones at West Bangor Arena, 5-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. And again, yet to get underway, we'll now move to the South Division, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, 7:10 p.m. Mountain Time against the Idaho Steelheads. Jacksonville defeating South Carolina 4-1 on the road. At the start of the third period, Florida and Savannah are tied at 1. And that'll do it for the Eastern Conference. And we take a look up in the American Hockey League. The Manitoba Moose again in action against the Texas Stars. The closest that Manitoba and Norfolk has been in a very, very long time. And at the same time, that is. Right now, the Texas Stars have the 1-0 lead over the Manitoba Moose. Their second period has just gotten underway. We're a couple of moments away from having our second period start. When we come back to the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, we will bring you period number 2 here from the Credit Union of Texas Event Center. This has been the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show here from the Lone Star State.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Back inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center here to start period number 2. Here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, we do welcome everybody joining us on our YouTube Live audio-only platform. We have fully moved away from Mixler. YouTube Live will be the way going forward here for the remainder of the season, and those of you watching us on Flow Hockey. Admirals in their road white uniforms trimmed in blue and gold will be moving right to left across the ice surface for period number 2. Isaac Poulter in the net to our right. Marco Costantini in the net to our left for the Allen Americans, wearing their specialty Guns and Hoses uniforms. Red and blue uniforms trimmed right down the middle, and an immediate penalty called off the opening face-off. It's a high stick as Nathan Knoll got one underneath the visor, and they're going to check to see if it's a minor or double minor. 2-minute minor for high sticking. Looks like it's against Kevin Gersoy. So after not having a power play at all in period number 1, the Admirals are on the New Horizon Bank power play just 7 seconds into period 2. This almost feels like a must-score opportunity for the Admirals. They win the offensive zone face-off. There's Ben Zalotti from the blue line. He finds Chase Yoder at the half wall. To the goal line, it's Florent. Up to the blue line, Zalotti. Zalotti towards the front. It's over the crossbar, and Pap has it at the far half wall. Rimmed back behind the net for Florent. Yoder at the near circle. Yoder with a shot that's blocked in front. Hebert can't get to the rebound. It's backhanded up to the blue line. Cut off by Yoder. Dumped down from behind. Zalati pinches in. Can't get possession away from Hargrove, who comes shorthanded 2-on-2. McCauley trying to kill time. This is offside. Play continues, though, as Hargrove sends it off the pad of Poulter. Yoder slows it down. Yoder through the neutral zone, dumps it hard around the glass, near side to far. Florent battling 1-on-2. Admirals need to outnumber on the power play. They finally do. Zalati towards the front. Rebound is there. Stuff attempt through the blue paint, and it's just wide. Pap was battling in the crease, and it comes to Zalati at the blue line. Near circle, Yoder. Toe drag, shot blocked away. Allen gets to it and pokes it to the Admirals' defensive zone. That was Zalati from behind his own net. Admirals complete a line change on the power play, a new Horizon Bank power play. Splitting his own teammates on the power play drop pass, and Duro moves it to the far side for O'Leary. O'Leary cycles for Justin Young. Admirals having a really hard time getting out of their defensive end on the power play. Finally, McDougal starts it for Osmondson down the left wing. 13 seconds left in the new Horizon Bank power play. O'Leary tried to shoot that right on goal, and it rolled away from him. And Allen gets it to the neutral zone with only 3 seconds left in the power play. That'll do it. Norfolk will be 0 for 1 on the new Horizon Bank power play. Duro toe drag into the slot, rolls away under the stick of Prefontaine. We're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Gersoy out of the beat box, penalty box, finds Blaisdell working 2-on-3. O'Leary strips him from behind, but it's held for Sedley. Sedley to the far corner, now to the blue line for a shot that's deflected just wide of the net. Stuff attempt on the near side by Blaisdell, cut off by Poulter. And Reifenberger will move it through the neutral zone, backhands it right onto the stick of David Drake. The defenseman comes in for a backhander that misses the net. Drake on the back check earns possession for Reifenberger in the offensive zone. Off the outside of the net for Jack Yannick. Yannick taking a tour of the offensive zone all the way to the blue line, crisscrossing with Drake. Continues it down for Yannick at the near side top circle. Blue line, far side, Engum. Engum to the near side for Drake again in the circle. Lets it rip for a deflection wide to the far side. All the way to the half wall and sent off the boards and out onto the stick of Braden Engum. Engum geometrically off the boards for Reifenberger, and he dumps it in for Nathan Knoll and Jack Yannick to go in on the forecheck. Rimmed around the far side glass for Ben Zalati to pick it up. Takes a hit, moving it to Hebert. Open space near side. Engum walks and fires off the face mask of Costantini, and he covers the rebound with 16:37 left in period number 2. Norfolk 0 for 1 on their new Horizon Bank power play, still trailing 3-0. Hey, hockey fans, take the action from the rink to Just Birdies, Norfolk's multi-sport simulator bar and grill. Shoot, swing, and score in over a dozen sports, or chill with craft drinks and great eats. It's the perfect play after the game. Just Birdies, where every night's game night. $16:37 left in period 2. See if the Admirals can take advantage of the momentum gained on the power play. Hebert pushes to the corner on the offensive zone face-off win. Pap for Florent, tried to throw it out in front. Zalati with a pinch, and it's a 2-on-1 on the other way for Savenkov to deal with. Good puck movement. Zalati gets back, stops that. Backdoor feed. Poulter makes another save. Glove down in front, thrown off the outside of the net. Poulter keeps it below the goal line for Hargrove to pick it up for the Americans. Pushed to the boards by Hebert. Savenkov battling. Zalati's on a defensive position for the puck on the boards in the corner, and he sends it through the air, looking for Pap. It bounces and kicked to Hebert, trying to get it to Florent. It comes back for McCauley in the neutral zone. Now Hargrove from the team benches. Poulter stops the rim around the boards in the trapezoid. Magnuson to the near side off the wall through the legs of Hebert. Quick transition for the Americans is going to turn into a Sheraton Waterside icing with 15:37 left in period number 2. For all Wednesday home games, for our Winning Wednesdays deal, you can buy a ticket to a Wednesday game through this offer, and if the Admirals win that night, you'll win a free ticket to the next Wednesday home game. Visit our social medias or our website to get your Winning Wednesday deal now for our February 18th game. Admirals with the offensive zone face-off. Can't earn possession, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone for Josh McDougall. A quick up, skate to stick for Chase Yoder. Onside at the blue line, dumped around the boards by Osmondson. O'Leary taking a bump on a reverse hit and cross-check down right in front of the referee, who saw it clear as day, and he has the delayed penalty call. Cross-check is the official call against Blaisdell, and he cross-checks O'Leary a second time. That's McCauley, rather. I'm 0 for 2, excuse me. Andre Anania heads into the Allen beatbox penalty box. He should get an extra for cross-checking O'Leary a second time after the play. But it's just one for cross-checking, sending him into the Allen beatbox penalty box with 15-14 left in period 2. Second New Horizon Bank power play opportunity for Norfolk. Trailing 3-0. 0 for 1 tonight, 0 for 9 to this point in this 3-game series. This being power play number 10. Zalati at the blue line, walks around Blaisdell, finds Yoder at the blue line for Christoph Papp. Back to Zalati in the far circle. Papp, far blue line, walks to the middle, finds Zalati again in the far circle. To the corner for Florent, towards the front. Hebert pounds it just wide of the near post. Yoder from the corner. Hebert turns, fires, misses the net. Rebound all the way to the blue line. Good handle by Zalati for Papp. They hold it in. Papp to the corner for Hebert. Looking for Florent in the slot. Finds Papp at the blue line. Papp walks in from the circle. Comes towards the front of the net. Rebound there. Fought off. And covered by Costantini with 14:36 left in period 2. 1:22 left in the second New Horizon Bank power play opportunity. Face-off again, taken on the far side circle in Admiral offensive territory. Osmondson wins it straight back for Dureau. Dureau to the near circle, McDougall. Toe drag into the corner for possession, finds Justin Young to support. Young to the blue line for Dureau. Off the wall for Young, and now down into the corner, it's Osmondson. Osmondson and O'Leary battling for it. Young comes in. 3-on-3 battle. Osmondson gets back to his feet. The Americans poke it through the trapezoid to the far corner. Osmondson and Young not allowing the Americans to clear it out. They're killing time. 45 seconds left on this New Horizon Bank power play opportunity. Eventually cleared down. So not only do the Americans kill off a good 25 seconds by pinning the puck along the boards, but they clear it down the ice as well. McDougall works from the trapezoid, and now in the neutral zone, drops it back to O'Leary, and he finds Jaden Dureau through the neutral zone over the blue line. Dureau, backdoor feed, it's knocked away by Warmouth and cleared the rest of the way by the Americans with only 20 seconds left in the power play. Poulter for McDougall, off the boards away from Blaisdell, shadowed by Caddick, pushed out the far side for Reifenberger down the wall. Through the middle, he'll leave it for Zalati, and it's an offside play with 13:18 left in period 2. 5 seconds left in the New Horizon Bank power play. Admirals will be 0 for 2 on the New Horizon Bank power play as we approach the halfway mark of period 2, and a face-off out in the neutral zone. Yannick on the right wing with Reifenberger on the left, and Knoll wins the face-off back to Braden Engum out there with Ben Zalati, back to 5-on-5 full and even strength as of now. Engum for Zalati, straight in the middle, it's deflected by Yannick. He'll get it back at the top of the far circle. He'll let it rip over the net. Engum holds the line. He was shadowed by Crone, so a good play at the blue line, not allowing Crone to get behind him. Knoll from the far half wall, dumps it to the trapezoid for Reifenberger. There's a loose stick in the zone. Yannick stuffs it towards the front of the net with help from Reifenberger. And play is stopped. as Marco Costantini is on his backside. Allen defense wanting a goaltender interference penalty that I don't think they're going to get. .45 left in period 2, still a 3-0 lead. For the Americans, who are trying to make a late line change that the referees do not allow. Face off in the near side circle. Allen's defensive zone. Push to the far corner. Top line out for the Admirals. Pap, Hebert, and Florent. Glove down at the blue line by Engum. Turns into a 2-on-1 after the steal by the Americans. Engum gets back on the back check, and Zalotti with the initial deflection will bring the Admirals back through the neutral zone on a deflection tipped into Allen territory. Zalotti picks it off in the neutral zone. To the near side, Hebert fires just over the crossbar. 12-14 left in period 2. Norfolk still down 3-0. Hebert to the near side. Zalotti can't get a handle on it. Crone has it stripped away by Drake, who's got time and space in his defensive end for Christoph Pap. Pap over the red line, shadowed by Crone on the back check. Pap finds space at the top of the far circle. Wants to move it to the near half wall for Savenkov fresh off the bench. Towards the front, a stuff attempt from Florent goes off the paddle of Costantini. Drake pinching in from the blue line. Below the goal line, he'll find Florent off of his stick, and Anania into the middle. Duro comes in, delayed offside with 11:34 left in period 2. That'll take us to our first media timeout of the middle period. Allen still leading the Admirals by a score of 3-0 here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
Bring your family out for our Sunday Family Fun Day games. With every adult ticket purchased through this offer, you can score up to 3 discounted kids tickets and 1 free Salty's Kids Zone wristband. Visit our website for more information and to access this offer. .34 left in period 2. 3-0 lead for the Allen Americans over the Norfolk Admirals here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Nick Gimbel here from the Lone Star State at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center, bringing you all the play-by-play action here in the final game of this 3-game week-long series between the Americans and the Admirals. The one Western road trip that the Admirals will go on this season. Their next game on Friday, the 13th, on the road against the Greensboro Gargoyles. Right now, they're staring a 3-0 deficit in the face to the Allen Americans right now, just approaching the halfway point of the game. Allen from the blue line, Sedley in the offensive zone, moves it to the far corner, goes back to Prefontaine at the far side. Admirals pressure the puck at the top of the zone, but they can't earn possession. It's down low for Crone, fought off by Poulter, and he pounces on the rebound. The Admirals again, they're down 3-0. They've got to take their offensive opportunities where they can, but they're losing their structure in the defensive zone. The Admirals started to fly the neutral zone. And what I mean by that is the puck had not exited the defensive zone And several of the Admiral players were already going north, anticipating that puck going to the neutral zone. Instead, the Americans kept the puck at the blue line, and Hank Crone was all alone down low in front of Poulter. Isaac Poulter doing a good job to keep Crone out of the back of the net. Offensive zone faceoff win for the Americans. They rim it back below the goal line. Good stick lift from Nathan Knoll. Takes a stick right out of the hand of Gersoy, who gets it back, and they'll battle for the puck in the trapezoid. Zalotti pushes it up the far wall. Young can't get to it first. But Knoll will send it up the near side, deflected down by Dureau. But it's transitioned by the Americans over the blue line for Gersoy. 10.5 remaining in period 2. McDougall watching Zalotti and Simmons Fisher collide in front of the net in the slot. Poulter has to leave it for Zalotti in the trapezoid again. Stretch pass deflected by Sedley. It's an onside play. So Young and Dureau will work 2-on-3 down low. Comes out for Yoder's backhander just wide of the far post. And cleared out to the neutral zone for Savenkov. 10 minutes remaining in period 2. We're at the halfway point of the game. That's the slapping of Isaac Poulter of the goal stick, telling his defense that McCauley is trying to look for that breakaway pass, and he's got it. McCauley's back behind the defense, right in on goal. Poulter makes the save, but Savenkov's going to take a penalty in the process, and McCauley puts Savenkov in a headlock. Savenkov drops the gloves. McCauley tries to sucker punch Savenkov, and they're going at it. Wright's being thrown in the near circle. Savenkov takes him down. In my opinion, this should be 4-on-4. Savenkov with the original hooking penalty on the back check. But McCauley puts Savenkov in a headlock. We'll take a break here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network. Maybe that's the spark that the Admirals need with 9:36 remaining in period 2. We'll step aside on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network after we sort it all out.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
.936 left in period 2. Norfolk's going to be on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. The referees do not agree with me that Savenkov being put in a headlock constitutes an extra roughing penalty for McCauley. So Savenkov's original slashing penalty is the extra on the board served by Christoph Papp. Sedley and Savenkov each into the penalty box, the beatbox penalty boxes for fighting, and the extra slashing major served by slashing minor, served by Christoph Papp. Norfolk will win the defensive zone faceoff and clear it down the ice.
Here are your penalties for Norfolk. Number 8, Dylan. Shanice Bob. 2 minutes slashing, 5 minutes fighting. For Allen, number 2.
Allen works it around the boards in the offensive zone to the far corner, almost picked off by Engum. Magnuson gets there, sends it off the near glass, held in by Hargrove to the near side circle for Blaisdell. Bodied by Engum, who's played well over his last couple of games, getting the penalty kill time. Push to the far side circle, now near side Hargrove, straight away Sedley fires, blocked in front. Poulter may have gotten a piece of it. Norfolk again can't clear it out. Crone to the blue line. Sedley walks. Gives it up to Crone. It's through his stick to the far half wall. Magnuson forces the play around the boards to the near side. Hargrove with help from Blaisdell. It's onside by Sedley for Crone on the far half wall. Behind the net for Caddick. Straight up, it's intercepted by Florent and cleared. The Admirals will make a wholesale 4-player line change with 45 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Reifenberger harassing Sedley on the back check, and here comes Gersoy. Cannot get around Drake, and Yoder does the honors of clearing it down. Costantini leaves it in the trapezoid in the Allen's defensive end. Around Yoder. Anania moves it to the near corner. Simmons-Fisher, centering pass intercepted by Reifenberger. Doesn't want to clear it out on the backhand. Gets it to the forehand and the goal line, but he can't clear it out. Simmons-Fisher from the corner. Anania near side, top circle. Down to the corner again, Simmons-Fisher. Far blue line, Admirals at full strength. To the near side half wall. Anania dispossessed. Here comes Pap, fresh out of the beat box penalty box with help from Yoder over the blue line with Reifenberger. Knocked away from Yoder. Now a transition for Simmons-Fisher. Drops it back for Gersoy. Off the skate of Pap, and he'll transition with O'Leary. O'Leary and Pap through the neutral zone, 2-on-3 over the blue line. The long-range shot off the paddle of Costantini. 7 minutes remaining in period 2. Allen still leading 3-0. This one thrown into the Admirals bench. It's not going to be a delay of game penalty, but it should take us to our second media timeout. Excuse me, we already had that media timeout following the fight, so we'll stay right here.
This is your chance to bid on the game board. Police versus Office.
7:01 left in the second period. Still a 3-0 lead for Allen. All 3 goals scored in period number 1. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Yannick out with Florent and Hebert. Engum and Zalati at the blue line. Hebert wins the face-off back. Engum fires a quick shot. That's deflected just wide of the far post. Back behind the net it goes. Thrown off the glass and out. It's not going to have legs for an icing call, so Engum goes back to the Admirals' defensive end. Quick up down the right wing for Florent. Backhanded along. It's onside, but the Americans will start the breakout with Blaisdell. Knocked away from him by Florent on the back check. Into the high slot, knocked out of the air by Yannick, but right onto an American stick. And dumped over the blue line for Caddick, but it's knocked away by Engum. Florent back for Yannick. Dumps it in at the blue line, chases it himself to the far corner. Yannick to the blue line, Drake near side. Zalati can't get the shot on goal. Back in front, cleared to the far side half wall by the Americans and skated down the left wing. Partial 3-on-2 into the slot. Caddick back door. And it's cleared just wide as Gilden was cutting to that backdoor post. 6 minutes remaining in period 2. 3-0 lead for the Americans. Stretch pass is intercepted by McDougall. Looking for a skating lane over the blue line. He'll dump it off a stanchion to the trapezoid. Jackson Decker is there. Gets it through Osmondson, and here's a stretch pass. 2-on-1 develops for the Americans. Crone to the near circle. Off the crossbar! Osmondson for Dureau. Now Young. McDougall joins the play. Young for McDougall, and it rolls away before he can get a shot on goal. Magnuson fires a shot. That's a save in front for Costantini. Admiral swarming in the offensive zone. Osmondson finds Dureau, who's tripped up in front of the referee with no penalty call. 5:10 left in the period. The Americans come out of the board battle with it. Off a skate. Poulter comes out of his net to play it. High stick is going to be called. Unfortunate for the Admirals. If play would have continued, they would have had a 2-on-1, but it stopped with 4:59 left in period 2. We'll step aside here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. The Allen Americans continuing to lead the Admirals by a score of 3-0.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
Our Flex Plan vouchers are our most flexible ticket package. Buy a minimum of 12 vouchers in your preferred seating section and redeem them online for tickets to any home game in the 2025-26 season in any combination that best fits your schedule. Visit our website to get your Flex Plan vouchers today. 4:59 left in period 2. It's a 3-0 lead for the Americans, who don't know who they want to put out on the ice. Now Simmons Fisher heads to the bench, and the linesman properly kicks out Michael Gilden from the face-off, replaced by Gersoy against Yoder, who wins it back to Ben Zalotti from the neutral zone. Up the left wing for Yoder. Walks into the near circle. Off the right pad was the shot from Costantini. Yoder tripped up behind the net again with no penalty call. Gersoy skates it to the neutral zone. Over the blue line, he'll drop it for Gilden. Pushes it to the far side corner to an open area. Prefontaine chases, tied up by Osmondson. McDougal and Zalotti come in to help out. Zalotti holds it in the trapezoid, and he's got time and space behind the net of Isaac Poulter. 4:20 remaining in period 2. Zalotti looks for a stretch pass from the near side corner over the stick of Osmondson, and it's going to be a Sheridan Waterside icing. 4:11 left in period 2. That's about the night the Admirals have had. Just not able to connect on the long-range pass. Bounces over the stick of Osmondson. Turns into a Sheraton Waterside icing. Still a 3-0 lead for the Americans, approaching the end of period 2. Defensive zone face-off. Won by Yoder onto the stick of Zalotti. He'll throw it off the glass. Glove down as there's a hand pass against the Americans. Not sure what Jackson Decker has to argue. He basically shoved O'Leary down to get a hand on it and completed the hand pass. Everybody in the building saw it. And that brings a face-off in the neutral zone in front of the Americans' bench. Just outside of the Admirals' defensive zone in the neutral zone, Hebert wins it back to Engum. It's another Sheraton Waterside icing against the Admirals. No Jibril Torre, no Jake Chason, and no Braden Watts for the Americans. Chason under the weather, Torre called up to the Belleville Senators, and Braden Watts with a family emergency. So that's a 6'7" defenseman out of the lineup, the leading point scorer out of the lineup, and a solid depth right winger not in the lineup for the Allen Americans, and they've still given the Admirals all that they can handle, and a one-timer from Hebert on a 2-on-1 goes off the post. Blaisdell on the transition now as the shot from Decker deflected by Engum over the glass and out of play. Closest the Admirals have come to scoring was that 2-on-1 between Florent and Hebert. It's a one-timer off the crossbar from Hebert. Still 3-0 Allen with 3:35 left in period 2. Face off near side circle in Admiral defensive territory. Drake leaves it for Engum, intercepted by Hargrove to the far side. There's McCauley off the near wall for Crone to the blue line. Costantini, shot deflected to the far corner. Yannick trying to send it up the way. Intercepted and off the outside of the net by Anania. Blue line, Costantini. Into the middle, Crone, near side Anania. Back to the far side, it's intercepted by Drake, and Young can't clear it out. Knocked off the boards by Drake, there's no high stick. Yannick with a chance to clear. He does, it's a delayed offside. As Drake starts it up the wall for Yannick, it's at the red line. Can they get it deep? Drake now on the defensive side of center ice, finds Justin Young on the near side. The Admirals get it deep on a deflection, and they'll make a partial line change. Towards the high slot, it's intercepted by the Americans, and here comes Hargrove on the transition. O'Leary strips possession away, backhands it, it's intercepted. 2-on-2, backdoor, blocked by Magnuson, far circle, pad saved by Poulter, rebound in the high slot, it bounces over the stick of Sedley, and here comes Osmondson down the right wing to dump it around Gilden. 2:19 left in period 2, still a 3-0 lead for Allen. O'Leary to the blue line, Magnuson. Straight away, Zalotti. Shot blocked, but he gets it back. Backhands towards the front. Looking for a deflection from Osmondson, but it's into the trapezoid, and Crone picks it out of the near half wall through the air. And at the red line, it's dumped the rest of the way by McCauley. Engum from the trapezoid. Off a shin pad of Gilden. The Admirals can't clear the puck out again. Caddick from the far corner. Rims it all the way around to the near corner. Gilden works it around Engum. Gersoy through Yoder. Yoder tripped up. That's going to be another penalty against Allen. It's going to be interference officially with 1:28 remaining in period 2. Savenkov will exit the beatbox penalty box following his slashing minor and fighting major. He'll get the stick taps from the Admirals. So it's another New Horizon Bank power play for the Admirals, trailing by 3. If they don't score in the next minute and 28, they'll have 32 seconds of carryover power play time to start the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. You almost got to wonder if Jeff Carr might pull Isaac Poulter here. Goes 6-on-4 to conclude the period to try to get back in the game. 5-on-4 power play to the blue line. McDougall on the faceoff win. High slot Yoder, far side Dureau fires a one-timer into the left-handed catching glove of Costantini, who has now made 22 of 22 possible saves. Costantini working on a shutout against the Admirals. A shutout for Marco Costantini, who has stopped all 22 Admiral shots. When you do not let up a goal in a game, it's called a shutout. And that is what Marco Costantini has right now, a shutout. Working right now towards the end of period 2. Sedley will send this puck all the way down to Admiral territory. Patted down by Isaac Poulter at the goal line for Josh McDougall. McDougall for Young in the neutral zone, looking for a drop pass to O'Leary. O'Leary down the right wing with 1 minute remaining in the period. O'Leary tripped up with no penalty call. Admirals aren't going to get another 5-on-3 this weekend. And it comes out for Blaisdell. Young on the back check. Now it's going to be a shorthanded 2-on-1. McDougall keeps the play to the outside. Prefontaine towards the front. And it's covered up by Poulter with 41.6 on the clock in period 2. Face-off coming up in the Admirals' defensive zone inside of a minute to go of period 2. Down 3-0. They've had their opportunities in this second period. Unable to capitalize on Marco Costantini, who is working on a shutout. Allen wins the offensive zone faceoff shorthanded. Sedley intentionally back to the neutral zone and clears it back onto the stick of Ben Zalotti. Half a minute remaining in period 2. Zalotti through the neutral zone for Yoder. Yoder onside over the blue line, deflected back to the neutral zone. The Admirals delayed offside with 20 seconds left. Cleared the length of the ice to the neutral zone. Knocked down by Yoder with no high stick. Yoder on the transition to the near circle. 10 seconds left in the period. Yoder looking for an option. Admirals got to get the puck to the net. Instead, the Americans intercept and clear it down the ice with only 3 seconds left in the period. That'll do it. When we come back, it'll be the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show as the Allen Americans continue to lead the Admirals by a score of 3-0 after 40 minutes of play.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear, we made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down, we go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
We welcome you back inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center here in Allen, Texas for the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. No scoring here in the second period. All three goals for the Americans scored in period one. Warmouth, McCauley, and Hargrove. McCauley's 16th of the season was scored on the power play. Allen is 1 for 4 on their power play opportunities. Norfolk is currently on their third power play opportunity. There will be 32 seconds left of power play time when we come back. To start the third period, Danny Caddick for interference at the 18:32 mark of period number 2. But it continues to be a 3-0 lead for the Allen Americans over the Admirals here in Game 3 of 3 on this week's series here in the Lone Star State. When we come back, it'll be more of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. We'll conclude some out-of-town scores and update you once again on the Manitoba Moose in action just down the road against the Texas Stars.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Buds Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The home comfort hat trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The catastrophic injury team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
We welcome you back inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center here in Fairview, Texas. The continuation of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show. Allen Americans leading the Admirals by a score of 3-0. All three goals scored back in period one. Admirals outshooting the Americans 10-8 in that second period and outshooting the Americans in the game 21-20, just unable to solve. Marco Costantini in his first game on the weekend. He is currently posting a shutout against the Admirals and will have a shutout when we start the third period. But we will tell you about the out-of-town scores around the ECHL. We already told you about the final score, the Trois-Rivières Lions defeating the Worcester Railers 3-2 in overtime. Orlando Solar Bears defeating the Maine Mariners 4-3 at Cross Insurance Arena. The Florida Everblades defeating the Savannah Ghost Pirates 2-1 in overtime. And exactly what we don't need in the North Division on the head-to-head matchups are games going into overtime. The Reading Royals and Greensboro Gargoyles heading to overtime, tied at 3, so that's a guaranteed point for Reading and a guaranteed point for Greensboro. We'll wait to see who wins that one. That's actually at the end of overtime. They must be going to a shootout at First Horizon Coliseum. That will be the next game for the Admirals at First Horizon Coliseum on Friday the 13th against the Gargoyles. The Wheeling Nailers beating up on the Cincinnati Cyclones 6-0 at the end of that game. And the Idaho Steelheads currently with a 4-1 lead over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits at the end of their first period. Start of the third period for the Manitoba Moose and the Texas Stars game at HEB Center at Cedar Park. Thomas Milich in the net for the Moose. 2 goals for Manitoba, 1 from Brad Lambert, 1 from Mason Shaw, putting the Moose ahead 2-1 at the start of their third period. But in our game, the Norfolk Admirals trailing the Allen Americans by a score of 3-0 when we come back to the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. It'll be the start of the Michelob Ultra Zero third period here from the Credit Union of Texas Event Center. This has been the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Ready to start the Michelob Ultra Zero third period here from the Credit Union of Texas Event Center in Fairview, Texas. The Admirals in a 3-0 hole to start the third period, but they do start with a New Horizon Bank power play that carries over from the second period. 32 seconds of 5-on-4 power play time. Admirals in white moving left to right. Isaac Poulter in the net to our left. Marco Costantini in the net to our right for the Allen Americans in their specialty Guns N' Hoses uniforms. Red and blue split right down the middle, moving right to left across the ice surface, and Anthony Costantini forces the Admirals back to their own end. Benzalotti through the neutral zone, dumps it back to Yoder. Rimmed around the boards to the near side. Florent battling with a couple of Americans players, and McCauley gets to the puck to send it all the way down for Poulter. Back to 5-on-5, full and even strength as of now. Admirals 0 for 3 on the night, 0 for 11 on the weekend on the power play. Down 3-0. Pap from below the goal line. Pressured by Anania. To the blue line, it's McDougall. Now for Pap again. Cycles it for Florent. This line's been so good in the last couple of games, working from below the goal line. There it is for Pap, right in on goal, and point-blank save made by Marco Costantini with 19:07 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. When we talked about it over the last homestand, the Admirals, and that line specifically of Florent, Hebert, and Pap, doing such a good job of moving the puck from below the goal line towards the front of the net. They almost capitalize on that opportunity right there. Offensive zone faceoff coming up. 1 minute gone in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. 3-0 lead for the Americans. Dureau stuffs it out in front. Pad save made by Costantini. Young gets to it, trying to cycle it for Dureau, but it's read and intercepted by Sedley. To the blue line, Engum holds it. Shot block breaks the stick of Gilden. That gives Young an opportunity in the slot. He steps on the stick of Prefontaine. That is not a tripping penalty according to both of our Orange Band referees. Up the near side wall, there comes Marco Reifenberger, trying to dump it around Prefontaine. To the far side corner, there's Dureau. To the blue line, splits Savenkov and Engum, down for Isaac Poulter in the trapezoid. 18:20 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period, 3-0 lead for the Americans. Up the near side, over the stick of O'Leary, and Americans' possession to send it back towards the Admiral blue line. Gloved by Drake for Savenkov. That one deflects at the blue line, so there's no icing. Off the glass, off a shin pad of O'Leary, and Decker will start a 3-on-2 for Danny Caddick. Blaisdell cutting to the net, gets to the puck, sends it cross ice, and it's off the stick of Osmondson to the blue line. This one comes out. It's going to be a delayed offside against Allen. They'll retreat to the neutral zone as O'Leary moves it up the near side for Osmondson. Backhands it off the glass on the offensive side of center ice, so there is no icing. O'Leary backhands it up the near side, intended for Osmondson, but it's intercepted by Blaisdell. And he'll start the breakout, and again on for Caddick. Caddick bumped off the play by Osmondson perfectly. Yoder leaves it in the high slot. O'Leary fires, saved by Costantini, and he pounces on the rebound. 17:19 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period, 3-0 lead for the Americans. Born Primitive is athlete-driven and Patriot-inspired, creating high-performance fitness apparel built for strength, style, and durability. Check out their full collection at bornprimitive.com and elevate your workouts today. Costantini continuing to work on the shutout that he has against the Admirals. Defensive zone face-off won by the Americans. Right in the middle for Hargrove, up the near side for Crone, and it's deflected in past McDougall to the near corner. McDougall turns it over in the low slot, comes back to the far corner. Christoph Pap will skate it out. Icing waved off. Pap gets to that puck. Florent, backdoor feed through the legs of Hebert. Oh, if he got that puck, he would have had a wide open one-timer for the first goal of the game for the Admirals. Hebert from the neutral zone dumps it in. It's gloved down by Anania, left for Pap. And now Hebert cuts to the front of the net as Florent's shot is blocked by Crone. And skate to stick for McCauley, onside over the blue line. Simmons-Fisher has it knocked away by Engum on a perfect defensive stick. 16.5 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Engum's going to start the rush down the left wing wall. And Pap needs a line change. Hebert bats it into the offensive zone, and the Admirals complete their wholesale line change. Up the near side wall for Kevin Gersoy, avoiding the collision initiated by Engum. Jaden Dureau gets to the loose puck in the far corner. Thrown into a board battle with Chase Maxwell. Reifenberger supporting, and it's all the way to the blue line for Sedley. To the near side, Prefontaine. towards the slot, intercepted by Engum. Duro wants the stretch pass, and he gets it. Duro behind the defense, and it's a perfect shoulder check by Sedley. Doesn't take a hook, doesn't take a slash, does not give Duro an opportunity to get a shot on goal. And Costantini covers it up with 15:47 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. It was a perfect pass from Engum. Duro just didn't have enough room behind the defense of Sedley to get the breakaway opportunity. Face off on the far side circle. Won by the Admirals, picked up by the Americans on the poke check. And Timofey Spitzerov harassed from behind by Duro. Finds a play in the neutral zone for Danny Caddick over the blue line. Caddick towards the front, pad save by Poulter, rebound off the far wall for Duro. Duro with a backhander in the middle for Zalati jumping up in the play. And he'll dump it off a skate of Reifenberger. Dropped back for Young, and he'll rim it around the boards to the trapezoid. Picked up by Decker. Gilden through the air, knocked down by the high stick of Zalati, but it's played by Spitzerov into the Admirals' defensive zone, so we continue on. 5 minutes gone in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Gilden to the high slot for Spitzerov. Backhander fought off by Poulter. To the blue line. A shot from Warmoth. Never made it on goal. Warmoth gets it back. It bounces over his stick, and Duro pins him to the far half while forcing the dump to the goal line. Warmoth fires a one-timer from the circle off the right pad of Poulter as Duro lost sight of him. Comes back to Warmoth at the blue line. Push to the far corner. Connor Fedoruk is there to tie his man up. That's Spitzerov. Zalati battling for it in the trapezoid behind the net. Gets help from Chase Yoder. Admirals get it out. Skated by Young over the red line. He's in need of a line change, but he drops it for Duro. Duro fires a shot just wide of the near post. To the blue line, Savenkov. Easy right pad save by Costantini, and the rebound bounces over the stick of Engum. So here comes Timofey Spitzerov to gain center ice red and dump it into the near Admiral corner. 6 minutes into the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. And now Nathan Knoll's going to take a high sticking penalty. And Hargrove is leaking everywhere all over the ice. This is not good. Nathan Knoll will head into the Admirals beatbox penalty box. Definitely 4 minutes. We might see a major penalty here for Nathan Knoll with the amount of leakage coming from Colton Hargrove, and the most important thing is that Hargrove is getting tended to by Jordan Dutton, the athletic trainer for the Allen Americans. We'd like to see the officials send us to our first media timeout that's due in 1 second. What we're going to do here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network is go to a commercial break while we get all this sorted out. 14:01 remaining in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. And we're actually getting a look at the replay in the arena right now. Knoll was shoved from behind and just kind of got the toe of his stick up in the face of Colton Hargrove. We'll step aside here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. 14:01 remaining in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. 3-0 lead for the Allen Americans. They'll be on the power play when we come back. Just a matter of how long Nathan Knoll is in the beatbox penalty box.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on My TVZ.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The Catastrophic Injury Team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
Ready to resume play. Nathan Knoll just getting a 4-minute double minor for high sticking. He does not get a major penalty. So it's a 4-minute Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Knoll in the beat box, penalty box. Admirals down 3-0. They're going to have to take some opportunities. Short-handed.
4 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 5:59.
Florent will dump the puck down into Allen territory. He and Yoder are on the hard forecheck. From the trapezoid, there is Sedley. Looks over his options through the neutral zone. It's all the way down the left wing for Crone. Did it get deflected? No, it did not. 13:33 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Still a 3-0 lead for the Americans, and a Sheraton Waterside icing will bring the faceoff down to the Allen defensive zone. Our family 4-pack deal is available all season long. Buy 4 or more tickets through this offer in your preferred seating section and get discount pricing based on the day of the game. Visit our website for more information and to get your family 4-pack today. Face off on the far side circle. Osmondson pushes to the corner, looks for a centering pass. O'Leary is there. Here's the offensive chances that the Admirals are going to need to take, down by 3 here as we approach the halfway point of the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Allen earns possession out of their defensive end through the neutral zone. It's dumped for McCauley. McCauley around Osmondson and around Drake. He'll push it to the near side corner. Gilden chasing. Gets to that loose puck, battling alongside McCauley against Drake and O'Leary. O'Leary comes away with it. O'Leary and Osmondson are going to try to go shorthanded 2-on-1. O'Leary down the near side, back door, deflects off the outside of the net. O'Leary gets it back. Osmondson fires, and a shoulder save made by Costantini. And Sedley is going to be taken for interference, so we'll skate 4-on-4 for a couple of minutes. Excellent work from Osmondson, and O'Leary shorthanded, not only getting the offensive opportunities, but drawing a power play against Danny Caddick, excuse me.
This is an official 75-second timeout.
And that will take us to what is our first real media timeout. The prolonged commercials you just heard were me buying time during the cleanup crew doing their job on the ice. This is our first true media timeout of the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. The Allen Americans leading the Norfolk Admirals by a score of 3-0 here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
We've dropped brand new Admirals merch, including t-shirts, hoodies, jerseys, and hats. Visit our merch stand outside Gate 14 during games or visit our website to shop our online store today and get geared up for the season. 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes, barring any other infractions that may occur. 12:45 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Norfolk needs to get on the board here as Marco Costantini continues to work on a shutout against the Admirals. 3-0 lead for the Americans. Approaching the halfway point of the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Hebert wins the offensive zone faceoff back to Benzalati. To the slot intended for Duro, knocked away by Prefontaine. And Duro sends it off of his skates and onto Allen American possession. Dumped back into the corner. Rimmed up the near side. It's intercepted by Florent. He'll move it to the far side for Hebert. Back door. Holy left-handed glove save by Costantini. He robs Jaden Duro on the near side one-timer. That's the best of Costantini's night. 12:24 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Another one-timer that doesn't find the mark. We're getting a look at the replay in the arena and on Flow Hockey. Jaden Duro and myself can't believe it. Face off on the near side circle. Allen wins it back to the goal line. Warmouth strips it away. Hebert sends it back below the goal line, missing the post by just a couple of inches on the far side. Florent and Duro come away with the puck. Crisscrossing with Benzalati to the near circle. Zalati toe drag. It's knocked away by Warmouth at the last second. And Prefontaine holds it in the far corner. Pressured by Florent, but he escapes to the safety of the trapezoid behind his own net. Flushed out the near side by Brady Florent. Prefontaine will have a skating lane down the near side. Saucer pass to the far side through the legs and off the wall of Gersoy. His shot goes off the left pad of Poulter. 1 minute remaining in 4-on-4 even strength play. Off the wall for Zalati. The stretch pass finds the mark over the blue line. O'Leary's going to cut to the net. Zalati walks it to the far corner. Thrown to the boards by Warmouth. O'Leary tries to walk to the middle. He can't get around the pair of American players. And Anania drops it. Glove saved by Poulter. Rebound covered up as well. Poulter working on a 2-on-1 point blank, able to snag that one with the left-handed catching glove. With 11:23 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Still a 3-0 lead for the Americans. Face off near side circle, blocker hand side of Poulter. Yoder is in for the face-off. 38 seconds left of 4-on-4 play. Yoder wins it to the corner for O'Leary. He'll cut through the middle of his own D zone. Drops it for Yoder through the neutral zone. Dumps it off the backhand at the red line to the near corner and chases himself. 3 forwards, 1 defenseman for head coach Jeff Carr. McDougall for Osmondson. Osmondson to the far side for O'Leary. Drops Osmondson. He's got room to the slot, but it's knocked away, and here's a stretch pass for McCauley. O'Leary gets on his horse. McCauley cuts to the near side. O'Leary got back to knock it away for McDougall. No shot taken, and it's cleared down the length of the ice. This should not be an icing call, and it won't be. Danny Caddick's out of the Allen beatbox penalty box with 10:35 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Now 30 seconds of abbreviated, continued Centera Therapy Center penalty kill with Knoll still in the beatbox penalty box for his double minor for high sticking. Sedley to the high slot, near side Hank Crone, doesn't take the shot. Will Magnuson was in the shooting lane, far side one-timer, saved by Poulter into the left-handed catching glove with 10:15 now remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. 3-0 lead for Allen still. Shots 28-27 in favor of the Americans. Face off on the far side circle in Admiral territory. Push to the far side, loose in the circle. Admirals get possession to the blue line, not out. Sedley from the near side blue line walks to the half wall, dumps it off for Crone. Back to Sedley in the near corner. Back to 5-on-5 full and even strength. Knowles out of the beat box, penalty box. Stuffed out in front from the trapezoid. Prefontaine shot high off the glass on a deflection for Crone in the corner. Through Prefontaine and all the way down. Knowles going to chase it. Forces Marco Costantini to play it in the near corner. Plays it perfectly through the neutral zone. It's deflected by Caddick, but it's onto the stick of Engum. Glove down by Reifenberger for Yannick. Yannick fires a shot that's deflected high off the glass in the near corner. Yannick and Reifenberger on the forecheck, but Caddick sends it to the neutral zone. Engum takes a tumble, but he's able to poke it from his knees to Reifenberger. Inside of 10 minutes to go here in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Prefontaine, that stretch pass is deflected by Gilden into the Admirals defensive zone. Up the near wall for Chase Yoder, the Fairview, Texas native, looking for Christoph Papp, but it finds Justin Young. Now Yoder in the near side circle, backhands it back door for Papp. It's too far away from him. He couldn't get a shot on the back door. Gilden to the neutral zone for McDougall. He'll drop it for Zalotti. Back to McDougall on the right wing, onside for Justin Young. Young stood up at the top of the near circle. And off the glass, glove down at the blue line by McDougall again. McDougall towards the net, pad save, rebound, blocked in front, out of the air, it's still in the blue paint, not covered up, it's gloved by Christoph Papp with no hand pass. Gilden gets to it and clears it to the neutral zone. 8.5 left in period 3, it's stolen away by Spitzerov for a shot off the right pad of Poulter. To the near corner goes the rebound. Simmons Fisher, watched over by a pair of white jerseys. Chase Yoder is there. He's pinned to the boards by Spitzerov. Simmons Fisher moves it to the top of the circle and it finds its way to the far half wall. Christoph Papp has his stick tied up by Simmons Fisher right in front of the Admirals bench. Chase Yoder gets to the loose change. He'll get to the red line and chip it off the glass and in. Admirals starting to run out of time. They're in on the forecheck. Gilden starts the breakout, and it's a good one for the Americans as Anania gains the red line, dumps it into the near corner. Around the boards to the far side for Gersoy. Up for Blaisdell. Knocked away, but right back onto the stick of Gersoy. Inadvertently thrown back to the neutral zone. Admirals get onside just enough. Florent for Drake. Left in the high slot for Dureau. Poke to the near side. Magnuson on his horse gets to it. Pokes it for Florent. Hard rim around behind the net through Hebert to the far corner. Allen's going to get there first. Wormuth turns it over at the blue line. Magnuson near side Drake. Drake towards the net. Deflected by Florent perfectly, but it's saved by Costantini. Cleared all the way down the ice by Allen. This will be a Sheraton Waterside icing with 7:04 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Whether in the stands or at home, never miss a moment of the action. Catch every Admirals matchup live or on demand with Flow Hockey and stream all the ECHL action in high definition. This season, 14 of our 36 home games will air live on the Spot 27 throughout Hampton Roads, so you can watch every hit, goal, and save on your TV at home. 7:04 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Face off on the far side circle in Allen defensive territory. Norfolk needs 3 to tie. Hebert to the blue line for Zalotti. He'll walk down the far wall. Zalotti towards the net. Out in front. Paddled away by Costantini. Backhanded to the neutral zone all the way down to the Admiral zone. It's not going to be an icing call, so Poulter comes out to start the breakout for Hebert. Hebert through the middle, off the stick of Zalotti, and away from Florent. Allen picks up the puck in their defensive end. They'll go D-to-D on a set regroup breakout. Poked at the red line, intended for Crone. Back for Zalotti. Lost an edge in the slot, but he backhands it to the blue line. Not out. Blaisdell keeps it in. Around the boards, intended for Hank Crone. Good toe drag from Josh McDougall to start the breakout down the left wing for Jaden Dureau. Dureau over the blue line. Dumps it at the top of the circle. Spitzerov walks in to the corner. Florent out front for Spitzerov. It's knocked away by Prefontaine, and Crone leaves it for Maxwell. Maxwell trying to split the defense. Finds Crone on the far circle. Pressured for a drop pass. Caddick walks in. No shot taken. All the way to the far corner. Now straight away, Sedley at the blue line. Lets it rip. Deflected. I believe Poulter may have got a piece of his equipment on that with under 6 to go in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Rimmed around the board, Sedley holds the line. Danny Kadek drops it for Sedley from the far circle. He's pushed to the wall by Savenkov. Allen holds it at the blue line. Prefontaine around the boards for Crone and Kadek at the goal line. Up top, it's deflected. This should not be an icing call, and it won't be with 5.5 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Prefontaine back in his own trapezoid. Norfolk starting to run out of time. Prefontaine through the middle. It's intercepted by Young. He's got a quick transition down the near side. Over the blue line, he'll take a bump, rimming it around the boards to the far corner. Danny Kadek reverses for Sedley. He's got plenty of time and space below his own goal line. We have reached the final 5 presented by Centera as of now. 5 minutes left in regulation. Norfolk down 3-0. Kadek over the blue line, dumps it for McCauley. He gets around McDougall, but it's knocked away at the last second. Poke to the neutral zone, knocked out of the air by Justin Young, and Yoder stays onside for a moment, but not long enough. That'll be another media timeout here from the Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Allen holding on to a 3-0 lead over the Admirals here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
Admirals fans, we've got a new home for our live audio broadcast. You can now listen to free live Norfolk Admirals game audio on YouTube as we have transitioned away from Mixler. Just head to @Norfolk Admirals Hockey on YouTube, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Same great calls, now easier than ever, live on YouTube. Inside of the Final 5 presented by Centera. 4:44 left in regulation. Norfolk down 3-0. We'll keep an eye on Isaac Poulter to see if and when head coach Jeff Carr wants to pull his netminder for the extra attacker. Marco Costantini in the net to our right, continuing to work on a shutout. A shutout is what Costantini has. There goes Poulter to the bench for the extra attacker as the Admirals earn possession. 6-on-5 on the ice with the extra attacker. O'Leary from the neutral zone dumps it in at the red line, no icing. Into the near corner from below the goal line. This is going to go all the way down the ice. Dexter protesting with all of his might that it was deflected by an Admiral player. It was not. Will be a Sheraton Waterside icing called against the Americans with 4:24 left in regulation. Norfolk still has their timeout. Time is now a factor. 4:24 left in regulation. Norfolk needs 3 to tie. Empty net. Back on the opposite end of the ice. They win the offensive zone face-off. Zalotti settles a rolling puck for McDougall on the near side. Straight away, Zalotti looks for a shooting lane. He'll find it, but it's blocked away by Gersoy. Spitzerov in the neutral zone. Has it stolen away by Justin Young on the back check. Josh McDougall looks up the right wing for Young. Over the blue line for Yoder. Backhands it off the body of an American player and out to the neutral zone. Zalotti on his horse. He's chased by Hank Crone. Zalotti using his edge work perfectly to gain time and space through the neutral zone. His pass is intercepted. Hank Crone has all the time in the world to miss the net on the far side post from the red line. So there is no icing with 3:37 left in regulation. Engum through the neutral zone. Onside at the blue line for Osmondson. O'Leary towards the net. It's deflected wide. Marco Reifenberger with a shot that gets deflected back to the corner. Puck finds its way to the near side for Osmondson. Back behind Reifenberger. 3 Admirals are below the goal line, getting possession. Yoder up the near side for Engum. He'll pick it off the end wall. From the trapezoid, the defenseman battling for the puck. It rolls all the way down. This one does deflect, so it's no icing with now 3:05 left in regulation. Costantini continuing to work on a shutout against the Admirals. 3 minutes left in regulation. Norfolk trails 3-0. Drake up the far side wall in the Admirals' defensive zone. Engum now for Pap. Pap through the neutral zone. Saucer pass for Florent. Rimmed around the boards to the trapezoid to the far corner. Pap lost the handle. Comes back to Florent to rim around for Hebert. Straight away Zalotti. On his backhand. Cross ice to the far corner for Dureau. Dureau intended for Pap. Caddick intercepts. Sends it out to Hank Crone. A breakaway for the empty net. And the former Admiral ices it. Four 0 lead for the Americans with 2:25 left in regulation. Face-off will be back at center. Noel, Reifenberger, and Yannick. Looks like it's out there. For the neutral zone face-off, picked up by the Americans. 2:20 left in regulation, 4-0 lead for Allen. He'll come right back in towards Isaac Poulter. He paddles it from the goal line, starts the breakout for Yannick. And he'll push it down the left wing wall. Intended for Reifenberger, thrown off the boards by Anthony Costantini to the neutral zone. Magnuson for Engum in the neutral zone at the red line. He'll rim it around the boards. All the way to the far side half wall. Yannick takes a hard reverse hit and an elbow from Simmons Fisher. That's going to be called by the referee. It's going to be interference officially. So the Admirals will go on the New Horizon Bank power play in garbage time with 1:50 left in regulation, down by 4. The Admirals have not been shut out this season. Marco Costantini has a shutout right now with 1:50 left in regulation. Costantini not allowing a goal in the game, stopping 28 of 28 shots. Pitching a shutout right now, watching the face-off on his right side in the Allen defensive zone. Allen wins it to the goal line, and it's cleared out by the Americans, courtesy of Sam Sedley. Zalotti from the trapezoid. Poulter is in the net. Jeff Carr tells his goaltender to stay, down by 4. 5-on-4 power play with 90 seconds left. Zalotti, backdoor Pap. Save made by Costantini again. He's earning the shutout tonight. Couple of big glove saves and a really good right pad save on the one-timer right there with 1:15 now left in regulation. Pap over the blue line, Florent, high slot, Yoder, toe drag, blocker save Costantini, rebound out to the neutral zone through Zalotti. 1 minute left in the third period. Zalotti's pass is knocked down by Gilden, but Zalotti gets it back in the defensive zone. Stretch pass deflected by the Americans. It is onside and picked up by McCauley. He'll reverse it back to Sedley. Thought about slapping it right at the linesman who got out of the way, and eventually it's cleared down for Josh McDougall. 40 seconds left in regulation. 4-0 lead for the Americans. All that the Admirals are trying to do is not get shut out. Dureau walks from the far circle, off the outside of the net for O'Leary on the near corner. Straight away McDougall at the blue line, 24 seconds left. Dureau, toe drag shot, save Costantini, rebound, cleared out by the Americans with 17 seconds left. Poulter comes out of his net, plays it in the trapezoid for McDougall. One last opportunity with 8 seconds left. Osmundson will come down the near side. It's knocked away from him. Osmundson towards the front of the net, takes a hit, and it's cleared out. And for the first time this season, now Justin Young just got speared. Anania just speared Justin Young at the end of the game. We'll see what gets called from that. That's a major and a game suspension for Anania, it should be. Took the toe of his stick and speared Justin Young right in the arm. At the end of the day, it's a 4-0 win for the Americans. Admirals take game 1 and only get 2 of 6 possible points. We'll step aside and wrap this one up as we get set for Greensboro next weekend here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The Catastrophic Injury Team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
One last time from inside the Credit Union of Texas Event Center, the Admirals shut out for the first time this season. A 4-0 victory for the Allen Americans over the Admirals in the final game of their 3-game series. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, wrapping this one up as the Allen Americans take down the Admirals 4-0. 3 of the goals were scored back in period 1. Wormuth, McCauley, and Hargrove all in period 1, and then an empty netter as the former Admirals combine for the nail in the coffin on an empty net. Hank Krohn's 12th of the season, assisted by Danny Caddick. Admirals 0 for 4 on the power play, 0 for 12 on the 3-game series. Allen 1 for 6 in the game. We got the video evidence of the spear from Andre Anania on Justin Young, but it does not look like that has been added to the live scoring, so we'll likely see some supplemental discipline on that for the Allen Americans. The Admirals will drop to 16-24, 2-0. They will stay at 34 points on the season. Allen improves to 24-16, 4-0, 52 points on their season. Admirals on the road, now 6-13, 1-0, and they'll be on the road against the Greensboro Gargoyles on Friday night. That will be our next broadcast at the First Horizon Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. One final time here from the Lone Star State, Nick Gimbel saying so long and thank you for making us a part of your Saturday night. Here from the Credit Union of Texas Event Center, the Allen Americans, the first team to shut out the Admirals this season, is a 4-0 victory over the Admirals here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.